guys, and praise the Lord. Thank you so much for joining us, and welcome back to another episode of All Things Love with the Sergeants. My name is Wendy.
And of course, my name is Mike Mbogo. You can call me Jose. And thank you for the love that you've continued to show us on our previous video. And thank you because of the feedback that we're getting from you. Thank you for the many of you who are writing to us, telling us that, you guys are teaching us a lot, and we really appreciate that. And therefore, if you're new here, make sure you subscribe. Make sure you click the notification bell, because each and every given week we have something for you. A lesson, if not a game, if not an interaction, if not an experience of what we've journeyed to. Because we want to walk with you people. So we appreciate the faithfulness of God and the beauty that He brings forth in the journey that we have been. Yep.
So once again, another asked for topic. Massively asked for. Hey.
Hugely sorted after.
I know. Age gaps.
Wow.
Age gaps. Na kwanza wanatuza nyinyi mmeachana na miaka ngapi?
Kwani tunakaa tumeachana na miaka ngapi?
Tutawaambia ama tusiwaambie?
Because of the many of you who have asked, we'll definitely tell you today. And I think the best person who is fit to tell is you.
Tumeachana na miaka ngapi? How old do people think I am? Because kwanza bedhe watu wanasema kwanza wewe ndio uliolewa na miaka ngapi? Anyway, we have an age gap of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 years. Somebody's like, whoa!
Sisi tumeachana na miezi na tunasumbuana hii Nairobi.
I know, yeah, we have a difference of 9 good years. And we are not worried about that.
Do you even remember? Do you know it's me and we don't?
Yeah, we don't.
And has it ever bothered you?
At first. Wacha niwaambie wase.
You are feeling like you're dating a baba.
No? Sawa danganya. So me, when I met this guy, hey, I was very curious about his age. Because I didn't want to get into a relationship to shindwa kukua compatible, maybe because of their age. So when I asked his age and he told me, I felt like I cannot. Honestly, I
can't.
In fact, I remember that was the reason I told my mom about our relationship, because I was asking her, Mom, difference ya kama 9 years, kweli inaweza wa kama he's too old for me, I'm too young for him, like the gap is way too much. Sasa how is it going to work, honestly? But then my mom really encouraged me. My mom was like, hata hujasikia wengine wameachana na 15 years na wako tu sawa, they are madly in love.
Big up my mom in love. She's the best.
Hey, mama, let me encourage. And he didn't even know the guy in the first place. But honestly, from like her honest point of view, she felt like that is not an issue. That shouldn't even bother you.
Absolutely.
And it can definitely work regardless. Like there are so many other factors that makes relationships work. And age is not really one of them.
It's not.
Yeah, so mommy encouraged me, and the one thing that made me actually get over that fear is when I really now got to know him, and I realized there's just more about him than just his age. There's just more to him than just his age, because this one turned out to be such a vibe. Oh my God. He's like my BFF, the BFF I cannot live without, the BFF that turned out to be irresistible. And honestly, like he just said, we forget our ages when we are together. We don't even remember how different we are in terms of age, because he turned out to be a best friend that I couldn't live without. That was it, and I made that decision, and it was like, period. This is what I want. This is what I want.
I don't want my age mates.
I know I don't want my age mates. What am I doing with my fellow 24-year-old? No.
I think for me, one of the things that really stood out, and I think it's the same thing that has.
Were you afraid? Were you afraid? I'm a baby.
Imagine I wasn't.
What is?
I wasn't.
Where is the confidence?
I wasn't because, and I've said this in one too many videos, and those people around us know. I praise her for one thing: the level of your maturity. Oh God, it's something to live for. You know this type of guys that I keep telling of. Hi dear, hi. Umeshindaje? Nimeshinda poa. The team niambie. You know the team niambie. Like you have something. In any level of conversation, you don't wait for the thought process to be given by me. But you level to the table. And I think one of the things that people need to ask is, are they mature enough? Because let me tell you, there are people who are that
Yeah.
kedo,
Yeah.
but their behavior is 20 kedo or 10 or
True,
50 k,
true.
15 kedo.
Age does not determine your maturity.
Yes, maturity goes beyond age.
Yeah.
Age just brings you the level of growing up.
Yeah.
Rather not growing up but growing old. Maturity is the growing up aspect that is not brought by age. It's
Yeah.
brought out by your thought process, how you handle issues. So for me, I think one of the biggest thing was the maturity.
So you felt I am mature, that's why it didn't bother you.
Woman, you don't behave like your age mates.
Sorry, my age mates.
Rather, let me make it right. You don't behave like some of your age mates. Because I can tell you, there are 23 years, 24 years, 25 years who are really behaving way mature. How they handle a conflict, how they handle even long distance relationship, like we were talking in our previous video, how they handle arguments, how they handle money management, you know? Because maturity is a sum total of so many aspects that have to be exhibited
Yeah.
beyond age. So for me, I was very comfortable. And maybe somebody here is asking, at, at your 9 years gap, hakubebangi wana?
Yeah, yeah, I was actually afraid of that. Wacheni niwaambie wase. I thought that atakuwa ananiona kama mtoto, nitakuwa natoa suggestions zangu na opinions zangu hapo like
Mimi ni
ulizaliwa
mtoto.
juzi.
Kuna kitu unajua.
Ulizaliwa nikiwa na meno zote. Toka hapa you know nothing. But let me tell you, this person has respected me in such a way that I actually failed to notice the gap because I felt respected. I felt like I can say something, I can express myself, and I'll be heard, I'll be listened to, and my opinions will be taken into consideration. So, there's one thing that is very important when you have quite a relevantly big age gap, you have to respect each other, especially the older one, which mostly is.
Yeah, don't
Yeah.
apply the demeanor part.
Yeah.
Because like she always says, you're never too young to be hard or to mentor. That means whether they are 5 years younger, whether they are 10 years younger, they have their own level of experience.
Yeah.
They have their own giftings that God has gifted them as in form of wisdom. And therefore, what you can do is to not suppress them, but give them a courtyard, if not a land, a vast land to play.
Yeah.
And when they reason in a manner likely to suggest that there's the age gap difference comes up, always understand that you have to sacrifice. Because there's some things that will excite you ordinarily.
Yeah.
Na mimi they not push a hair. Na kuna vitu zingine mimi zo unibamba ananiambia hiyo ni utoto. You know, she's like, baby, what is there?
Yeah.
Ni nini hiyo? So therefore, you have to really hold that respect of knowing that it's not about the age.
Yeah. If it's making them happy, just allow them.
You know?
Yeah, don't always now bring the age issue. You're doing this because you're this old. You're doing this because you're this old. No, just if it's making them happy, just respect that. Support them if you have to, and just leave it at that. Don't bring the age issue again. But they do it, but talk about our
We
age.
don't.
We don't.
Because again, also, baby, I think one thing that people also need to learn, create your own world.
Yeah.
So many people out there are the ones who think that we are older or younger.
Yeah.
We ourselves don't.
Yeah.
Because we've been able to create our own worlds. Our world where it is not about the age. It's about the love we have for each other. It's about the big project, which is our marriage.
Yeah.
It's about whatever we are handling.
Yeah.
It's the betterment of it.
Yeah.
If today we are handling, let's say, an investment of a certain land, I would not be like, where unajua shamba uliona shamba wapi? No, I would hear her out. She'd be like, from what I know, this land might not be able to bring this money. Or from what I know, I don't think that that place is best for us to raise our kids from if it's a project where we want to stay. And therefore, you need to sit back and create a world of your own. Where age, if it's the biggest factor that is really inaleta kizungumkuti kwa nyumba, throw it out and now look at the other factors that align. But also, psychologically, be okay.
Yeah, you have to be comfortable with it. But even if we are telling you it's okay, if you feel it's not okay for you,
Don't go for
don't.
it.
Otherwise, you'll always hurt that person by making them, oh, you're too young, you're too old. If you're not comfortable with it, it all depends on what you feel you're comfortable with. We went for it because we felt we are comfortable with it, and it's not an issue for us. And yeah, it's literally a non-issue. But if you feel like it's always going to bother you, you're always going to feel ashamed when you're with this person, you don't want to introduce them to your friends and your family because you feel like, oh, watamuona aje, ni kadogo, ni mkubwa. Like, if you feel that is going to be an issue, don't get someone's son or daughter into that relationship. You have to be very comfortable. What is working for us might not work for you. So just decide, just know yourself and what you want, and figure out what will work for you as a couple, not necessarily by copying others who it worked for them. But we just here to tell you that it can actually work, because I know that there's so many people who might have found somebody who has like a big age gap, and they're feeling like it can never work. They've never seen any other relationship working like that. So for us, it's working for us, and we're here to say that it can actually work. It doesn't matter how old you are. Age is just but a number. It doesn't really matter how old you are. And let me tell you guys, age is not it's not everything in a relationship.
It's just one of the factors. And again,
Very
also,
minimal, actually.
like I've told you, there's so much that we talk about.
Yeah.
And I can tell you, age is the last of them all.
Yeah.
But also, I feel somebody also needs to understand this. If you're in one that has that age gap, there are factors you also need to consider.
Yeah.
Like now, when it comes to dressing, remember that you're older.
Yeah.
Don't dress like I'm Baba or I'm Shosho.
Thank you.
You know, create a warm environment for your spouse.
Mimi nilipita hiyo miaka, mimi sivai venye unataka wewe msichana.
Or you come, China, please. If he's older and he's not finding your ish,
yeah.
I mean, try and strike the balance.
Yeah, try and strike the balance. If I want him to wear in a certain way, I'm not saying I come and control his whole life, but he should at least consider me. If he's also wanting me to change something that will make me look more mature, just try to consider each other, try to listen to each other. And respect each other's preference when it comes to how they want you to look like, because that will also matter and a lot in how we see you. Like, tutakuona tu hivyo na to judge age yako by just looking at you. So it also matters a lot. So listen to each other. If you're compatible, guys, this is going to really work. You need to be compatible. Like for me, I'm telling you, I feel like this one is my best friend. We are vibing so well. We are vibing like BFFs. So there's no reason to even think about the age gap issue. That was not an issue because we found ourselves very compatible. We could be able to talk issues out and understand each other. And for me, that was just everything. Relationships are not just about age. There's so much that keeps a relationship together, and age is not one of them. Is this person loyal? Is this person
faithful?
Yeah. Are they
kind? Are they respecting you? Yeah. Are they abusing you?
There's just so much to look out that unaweza judge mtu ati yako hii age, yet there's a lot of strengths that they have that
somebody could be your age mate, but they're too toxic.
I know they're too toxic, but another one can be a bit older, but they're treating you like a queen, they're treating you like a king. So why not? I mean, why would I deny myself the opportunity to find amazing love just because I am looking at this one small factor and I'm ignoring all these other positive things about this person? So there's so much that makes a relationship work, and age is not one of them.
Yeah, and maybe I've remembered something. Also, don't date an older person simply because you're looking for a father figure to sponsor your needs, or a casponyo thingy to actually push your vibe.
Yeah, again, that is really happening in our society.
No, don't be selfish. Don't look at it as a gamble of the investment that they've invested. Because let me tell you, I've made more money with her than what should have really come for. You know? So therefore, don't come to siphon. You know, because most of the younger people today, and especially ladies or even gents, you're finding you're going for an older person simply because they are financially stable, they are having their own, and you don't want to work up with somebody.
It's not. If that is your goal and your motive, honestly, it's not okay.
Question your motive.
Yeah, someone can be genuinely wanting a relationship and a marriage. However, you're just there because of what they have. Just have your motives right, even before God. You know that this is right. I love this person genuinely, and so we are not encouraging you to go at it for older people because they have money. But there are a lot of advantages of having a mature person.
Really? An older person or a mature person?
A mature person.
One?
They have a sense of direction. Like I used to date my age mates now. But
Hope they're not watching this one.
you are watch. But this one just had this sense of direction. He knew exactly what I wanted because I would communicate and he would hear and he would give me exactly what I wanted. And he moved in the speed that I wanted him to move. And
But I take the court back to your, I mean, the ball back to your court. It's how you expressed it. If you didn't express it maturely, trust you, I've not been able to handle it maturely.
we are meant for each other.
And we thank God. But therefore, once again, if you have a question regarding age gaps, maybe there's this person you're working with and you want really us to work with you, feel free to hit us on our social media handles. What are your handles?
Wendy Mbogo on Facebook and Mbogo_Wendy on Instagram.
Right, I'm at Josie_the Sergeant on Facebook, Instagram, and on Twitter. And God bless you. Thank you so much for finding time to always hang out with us. See you next time. God bless you. Bye-bye.